That summer when I turned 18, Ethan took my virginity. I endured the pain but secretly rejoiced all night, believing my 6-year crush had finally blossomed. Until the next day, I heard his friend sneer. "Nice job, the class beauty broke you in." Embarrassed, I tried to slip away quietly. Then came Ethan's nonchalant reply. "Want to chase the prom queen, but worried she'll think I'm too green. Figured I'd practice on Lila first." Without a word, I silently changed my college application from MIT to UCLA at the last minute. Ethan's words hit me like a thunderclap on a clear day, leaving my mind blank. In the sweltering afternoon, I felt icy cold to the bone. The classroom chatter continued, the group pausing awkwardly before snickering again. Leave it to Ethan. Even the class beauty is just practice. Isn't she like the old-timey live-in concubine? Ethan laughed it off. Don't be ridiculous, she's not complaining. Someone chimed in. True, the class beauty is too skinny. Compared to the prom queen, her body. Ethan snapped, throwing a book to cut them off. It was just heat of the moment. Plus, she seemed into it. They exchanged knowing smirks. Who knew the class beauty was a closet freak? Ethan's too charming. Why waste a willing hookup? She's chased him for years, so this is her dream come true. Bet she's been dying to jump him. Laughter roared. I bit my lip, fists trembling, fighting to stay upright at the door. Footsteps approached from the hallway. I fled, ducking into a bathroom stall. Shameful tears poured out. Ethan's words looped in my head, shredding my pride. How could the boy who'd made love to me last night be the same one mocking me now? I realized you can sleep with someone without love, lie even in the throes of passion. My happy ending was just a joke to them. I sobbed silently, shaking uncontrollably. Later, my phone pinged with a message from Ethan. Take an Uber home. My class party tonight can't bring you. I didn't reply. He added. Don't forget the morning after pill. Busy today. Promise me, okay? Staring at the messages, I remembered last night, his relentless demands from dusk till dawn. Before falling asleep, he'd mumbled. Wasn't prepared. Get the pill tomorrow. He'd even lectured me about birth control, sounding so responsible. Now, I snapped out of it, biting my palm to stop crying. After wiping my face, I ordered the pill online, too ashamed to go to a pharmacy. I waited hours before sneaking the package inside, swallowing the pill with tears. Collapsing on the carpet, I stared blankly. I'd followed Ethan like a shadow for 10 years, since his family moved next door. I'd never imagined life without him until now. Through the ceiling window, city lights flickered on and off. My best friend Mia video called. Lila, why didn't you come to the party with Ethan? Olivia from AP Lit showed up and spun all over him. So gross. She panned the camera. In a dim corner, Ethan sat close to Olivia, her crop top and miniskirt leaving little to the imagination. Their hushed conversation looked intimate, the tension tangible even through the screen. My chest ached. So he'd moved on by night. During a truth or dare game, Olivia drew male-female push-ups and picked Ethan. As she lay on the couch, he did dozens of push-ups, careful not to touch her, until the last one. He accidentally collapsed onto her, triggering deafening cheers. Then they kissed, deep, passionate, 3 long minutes. I stared, breathless, my heart splitting. No cap, Lila, they're obsessed, Mia said, moving to a quiet hall. Had to show you. You deserve better than his BS. My voice cracked. I know. I'd been a fool to think my place by his side was secure. Mia, I'm going to UCLA with you. Keep it quiet for now. I opened my laptop and changed my first choice to UCLA before the deadline. Mia squealed with joy. She'd been begging me to apply to the same college for months. But when we started high school, Ethan and I promised to work toward his dream school, MIT, where he wanted to study aerospace engineering. Even though I hated the cold Northeast and had no interest in STEM, I spent 3 years targeting MIT. Our parents, longtime neighbors, loved the idea of us going to the same college. Everyone assumed we'd become a couple once we turned 18. Now, I had no reason to go to MIT. After today, I'd despise myself if I clung to Ethan like before. I just wanted to escape, anywhere south, away from him. Before bed, I filled the tub, desperate to wash away the night. But my skin still bore purple marks. Memories flooded back, his scorching skin, his hot breath in my ear. Shaking them off, I scrubbed myself raw with a rough loofah until my skin burned, trying to erase the shame. I barely slept from the pain. Ethan didn't message, not even a good night, breaking our 6-year streak. Good. It had to end someday. I'd start detoxing tonight. I dozed off just before dawn. In the morning, I felt a ghostly kiss on my forehead and jolted awake. Ethan's chin and Adam's apple hovered above me, his cedarwood cologne mixed with a lemon scent, probably Olivia's perfume. I forgot he still had my door code. He leaned down to kiss me, but I turned away, scrambling to the other side of the bed. Still shy, huh? He teased. I buried myself in the covers as he yanked them off. Lila, you had the nerve to skip goodnight and turn off your phone? Now you're hiding. He climbed under the sheets, trapping me in his arms. Come on, you know you need breakfast. I ran 3 miles to get your favorite crab dumplings, stood in line forever. Want to eat now or eat later? His breath tickled my neck, his hand wandering. I fought back, but at 5 feet 3 inches I was no match for his 6 feet 2 inches frame. Why was he here with Olivia waiting? I kneed him in the groin, fleeing to the living room in my pajamas. Ethan stormed out, annoyed. Did you take the pill yesterday? He asked casually, pouring soy milk. Can't have drama with our parents. He held out the cup, but I ignored it. His patience snapped. What's your problem, Lila? We hooked up. Big deal. Now you're trying to control me? This is suffocating. His cruelty triggered instant tears, all the humiliation from yesterday crashing back. He froze, unprepared for my sobs. Sorry, I was drunk last night. I didn't mean it. He reached to wipe my tears, but I flinched away. His phone pinged, and his face paled. Emergency. Cool off, okay? You can't act like a kid forever. Minutes later, Mia sent a screenshot of Olivia's Instagram story. *1, I'm hungry and boom. Breakfast magic. Think I found my crush match, 3-inch asterisk. The photo showed the same crab dumpling wrapper from my kitchen. I silently cleaned the spilled soy milk, but the stain soaked into the wool rug, Ethan's gift from a Nepal trip. I tossed the rug, along with every gift, photo, and reminder of him. Days passed with no word from Ethan. He was probably nailing things with Olivia, or waiting for me to cave. In every past silent treatment, I'd always been the first to cave, until now. I didn't reach out. I had no reason to. I blocked his number and WhatsApp, changed my door passcode, and deleted every social media account. Then I called my parents, who were on a business trip, and said I wanted to spend the summer with my aunt in California. My plan, after summer, fly straight to UCLA with Mia. No one else knew about my college choice, not even our parents. This way, I could avoid Ethan entirely. Mom teased over the phone, "Ooh, are you and Ethan going on a couple's trip?" I brushed it off, making excuses. I just said I missed my aunt and grandma. Dad booked me the next flight out, and I prepared to leave that night. At the villa gate, I ran into Mrs. Chin, Ethan's mom. Lila, why are you alone? Didn't Ethan come to pick you up? He said he was taking you skiing in New Zealand. Have fun, sweetie. I was confused. During senior year, I'd mentioned wanting to see New Zealand's winter, but traveling together now felt impossible. I muttered a quick reply and rushed to the airport. There I saw Ethan with Olivia and a group of friends. He carried her purse, his arm around her waist. They lingered at the back, Olivia whispering in his ear, Ethan leaning down attentively. With me, he'd always towered over me. I'd had to jump to meet his eye. So he called *Bend for someone he cared about. I took a breath, steeling myself, no weakness. He means nothing now, *. We shared the same path to the gates. I trailed far behind until the fork. Ethan seemed distracted, failing to get through on his phone. He borrowed a friend's phone and stormed to the restroom, scowling. My phone rang, a blocked number. Lila, really? You won't talk unless I reach out? You blocked me? Fine, see who'll help you in Boston when you're lost and alone. He ranted, but I stayed silent. Just unblock me on WhatsApp. I'm going overseas with friends. Don't cry if you can't reach me. I hung up, powered off my phone. Watching from afar, I saw him grab Olivia's hand and march to Gate A, never looking back. I turned toward Gate B with a sigh. In California, I threw myself into family outings, keeping busy to avoid thinking. I ignored Ethan's demand to unblock him. Mia and others sent updates. Ethan's group had spent weeks in Queenstown. Uncharacteristically, he posted daily on Instagram, ski videos, party pics, group selfies with Olivia glued to his side. Friends kept asking why I wasn't there. I lied, saying family emergencies. Mia called him a dish-a-bag. Others tiptoed around the topic. Seeing those photos hurt. He'd once reserved that spot for me. At night, I'd feel a pang, but I'd slap myself mentally, his cruel words echoing. Don't be desperate, Lila. *. A month passed without contact, the longest we'd ever gone silent. Distance healed. Just as I stopped thinking about him, he called from a new number. Lila, impressive, ditching me for California, staying away this long. Summer's ending. Did you forget our travel plans? His tone was half angry, half uncertain. Before I could hang up, Mrs. Chin took the phone. Lila, having fun? Ethan told me you two fought. Don't mind him, he'll apologize when you get back. He got his MIT acceptance today. When's your graduation party? I have a surprise. Mrs. Chin had always been like family. I listened quietly. No party for me, Mrs. Chin. My parents are swamped. We'll do an online dinner with relatives. I might go straight to UCLA from the airport. Before I finished, Ethan grabbed the phone back. His breath was heavy, anger radiating even across the Pacific. Lila, I'm begging * you to stop this. How long will you hold a grudge? If you don't come back, I'm leaving for MIT without you. After the threat, silence. No reply came, so he added coldly. Think twice. Don't regret this. I hung up and blocked the number. Staring blankly, I headed out for a walk when Mom video called. My college acceptance letter had arrived. They finally saw I'd changed my school to UCLA. Lee, why didn't you discuss this? Does Ethan know? His mom asked about your letter this morning. Dad leaned in, worried. Honey, we can't let you go to LA alone. You hate heat and * cockroaches. Don't call me at 3 a.m. to kill bugs. I sighed, rambling about UCLA's merits and promising to stay with Mia. They pressed. Did you fight with Ethan? Don't run away over a quarrel. What if you regret it? Long distance is tough. You used to cry after 2 weeks at Grandma's. I snapped. Ethan has a girlfriend, Mom. I need my own life, not just orbit around him. Please support me and keep this quiet. They exchanged looks, then nodded, asking only that I come home soon. Mom later said Ethan had left for another trip the day after getting his MIT letter, barely home. Mrs. Chin kept asking my ETA. On my return, Mom and Dad met me at LAX in formal wear. Still groggy, I followed them into a luxury hotel lobby and froze. There was Ethan, in a tailored suit, leaning by the fountain. He looked older, less boyish, exactly as I'd once imagined him at 25. Mom whispered, "It's Ethan's graduation party." We thought you'd celebrate together. Dad added, he asked to schedule it for your return date. Ethan turned, our eyes locking. My heart skipped a beat. Before he could move, Olivia looped her arm through his, pulling him over with a smile. Lila, so glad we finally meet. I've seen you with Ethan so often, we're in adjacent classes, but never had the chance. I forced a nod. Ethan grimaced, no need to get friendly. She's just being petty. I thought she'd stay in California forever. Olivia sparkled in a silver sequined gown, perfectly matched to his elegance. I looked down at my messy bun, t-shirt, and sneakers like I'd just run to Target. Mom hissed, I packed a dress for you, go change in the restroom. I shook my head, I'm not the guest of honor here. Asterisk. Ethan stared, unreadable. Olivia's gaze ping-ponged between us, awkward silence thickening. Thankfully, new guests arrived, and she dragged him away, every inch the hostess. I pulled Mom into the banquet hall quickly. The party was intimate, only family and close friends. Everyone gaped at my arrival. I smiled blandly, pretending not to notice their gossipy stares. On the terrace, I overheard friends cornering Ethan in the hallway. Thought you broke up over Olivia? Is she crawling back? Ethan scoffed, just a tantrum. We've known each other forever, she'll cave. His friend sighed, Lila's great though. Loyal for years, we all envy that. Choosing between a childhood sweetheart and a crush. What's your plan? Ethan paused, Lila's amazing, but I'm young. Who wants only one girl their whole life? I need to explore, but she'll always be there when I'm done. His friend laughed dryly, smooth. Real smooth. I turned away, blinking back tears. How did I ever love this guy? Asterisk. The party was a nightmare. Mrs. Chen lit up when she saw me, bombarding me with questions at the table. Lila, Boston's dry. Let Ethan take you to Guamao Mall tomorrow for moisturizers. No need, Mrs. Chen. Boston has plenty of malls, and online shopping works too. She nodded, turning to my mom. I bought Ethan's dorm bedding and got a set for Lila too, all seasons. Winters are brutal up north, so I got thick down jackets. Don't worry about packing, since you're busy. Mom smiled awkwardly, knowing none of it would work in LA's climate. Olivia glared from across the table, but Mrs. Chen ignored her, telling us, in Boston, you'll be each other's family. Ethan, take care of Lila, no more fights. Ethan scoffed, she's independent now. Doesn't need me. The table froze. Olivia interjected. Auntie, my school's in Boston too. I'll look after Ethan. Lila's in LA, she can't exactly help out, right? Everyone froze. LA? They chorused. Olivia blinked. Ethan, you didn't know? The acceptance list is posted at school. All eyes turned to me. I nodded quietly. Mom explained, Lila changed her mind. She's going to UCLA for her dream program. Ethan grabbed my wrist, but we applied to MIT together. I saw your form. It hurt, but I snapped, I'm going to LA. What's it to you? He laughed in disbelief. You? Scared of cockroaches, moving to LA. I pulled up my UCLA acceptance letter on my phone. He zoomed in, read it over and over, then laughed darkly. Before anyone could react, he dragged me into a side room, slamming the door. Lila, bravo. You'd throw away our plan to spite me. I stood my ground. I have my own life. Why base it on your asterisk dreams? Be honest, are you mad about the plan or losing your convenient hookup? His face paled. That's harsh. We're adults. You wanted it too. Still hung up on that night. I flushed, but met his gaze. If you like someone else, just say it. Instead, you let me chase you for ego. Felt good, didn't it? Caught off guard, he reddened, swaying slightly. We've known each other since we were 8. If you're done with us, fine, we're done too. He stormed out, leaving me alone. I didn't see Ethan again before leaving for UCLA. Mia sent his Instagram post, announcing, Olivia as his girlfriend. I deleted it without opening. I blocked everyone related to him. Done. At LAX, boarding for LA, I bumped into Ethan and Olivia. He greeted my parents curtly, ignoring me. As we parted, I glanced back. He stared at me coldly, then boarded his flight without a second look. The boy who'd been my entire youth was gone, no more shared paths. Asterisk goodbye, Ethan. I hope life treats you well. Asterisk. Months passed in silence. I asked my parents to never mention the Chens. At UCLA, I joined clubs, made new friends, and forgot the pain. Turns out, life isn't meant to revolve around one person. I even understood Ethan's old logic, why settle young when the world is big? I loved LA's warmth, even the humidity and cockroaches. Flowers bloomed year-round. I barely remembered snow. At New Year's, a high school friend visited. Over dim sum, she mentioned Ethan. Broke up with Olivia. Now he's dating girls at every college on the East Coast. Not the aloof honor student. We knew, total player now. I stayed silent. Mia shot her a look, and the topic changed. Counting down to midnight by the Pearl River, Mia asked me to make a wish. For the first time in 6 years, it had nothing to do with Ethan. I smiled, finally free. During my first college winter break, I missed my parents terribly. As soon as exams ended, I flew straight home. To my shock, Ethan was there at the airport with my parents, waiting to pick me up. After 6 months apart, we'd both changed. He was thinner with dyed hair, still annoyingly good-looking. My childhood crush may have been misplaced, but my eye for aesthetics was solid. How else would I have latched onto him for so long? After a brief pause, I smiled and greeted him warmly. Ethan, you came too? His hand froze midair as he took my luggage, staring at me in disbelief. Our parents had always urged me to call him brother, but I'd stubbornly refused, until now. The title slipped out naturally, but Ethan seemed rattled, taking ages to steady his grip on my bag. Mom whispered. We ran into him at the entrance. He insisted on helping. I nodded, brushing it off. In the car, I chattered nonstop about UCLA, making my parents laugh. No one addressed Ethan, but out of the corner of my eye, I saw his lips twitch upward the entire ride. He tried to come inside when we arrived, but the 3 of us politely declined. All winter break, I was either at driving school or hanging with high school friends. I heard Ethan stopped by a few times, but we kept missing each other. I was confused. What could we possibly have to discuss? This year, Grandma and Aunt were home for Lunar New Year. On New Year's Eve, the house buzzed with activity. After dinner, the elders watched the Spring Festival Gala while us kids learned mahjong. The Chens suddenly arrived with gifts, Mrs. Chen joking, "Our house was too quiet. Mind if we crash your game?" We'd always spent holidays together, but Mom had declined their dinner invite this year because of Ethan and me. We couldn't turn them away, so Ethan settled beside me, watching me play. My cousins, unaware of our history, teased us nonstop. I laughed it off, clarifying our just friends status each time. Ethan's expression grew stormier. At midnight, we went out for fireworks. Ethan grabbed my arm, about to speak, when my phone rang. Blushing, I pulled away to answer. It was Ryan, a UCLA classmate from Guangzhou. Cute, outgoing, and hilarious, he'd become my go-to for laughs. Just bored alone. Wanted to count down with you guys, he said. I kept him on speaker through the fireworks. Before hanging up, he grinned. Actually, I wanted to be the first to say Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Lila. I smiled, wishing him the same. When I turned around, Ethan stood there, jaw tight, eyes icy. Boyfriend? He asked hoarsely. Not yet, I admitted. He was silent for so long I thought he'd dropped it. Just as I turned to go back, he said abruptly, "Out-of-state guys aren't reliable. You should date someone local, someone who gets you." I nodded, true. I'll keep looking. Thanks for the advice, Ethan. You should settle down too. Something in his expression shattered. Without a word, he walked out of the yard. I didn't dwell on it. His mood swings were nothing new. The rest of break was a blur of family visits and road trips. I barely stayed home, never crossing paths with Ethan. Before I knew it, I was back at UCLA. But the next day, there he was, haggard and lost looking at the campus gate. Ethan, what are you doing here? I wanted to see your campus and make sure you're okay in LA. I smiled. I'm great. The food's amazing. You should try the foodie spots here. He shuffled awkwardly. Can't you show me around? Just once. Before I could reply, Ryan stepped in, blocking him. Sorry, dude, she's with me today. Maybe make a reservation next time. Ryan glared at Ethan, who shot back a venomous look. Ryan, let's go. The farm-to-table place with free-range chicken is a hike, I said, pulling him away. At the crosswalk, I glanced back. Ethan stood alone, watching us go, dwarfed by the shadows of the trees. I remembered reading that women move on in a month after a breakup, while men take longer to realize what they've lost. Ethan's belated regret seemed years too late. After 6 months of hookups and a silent winter break, he started haunting my life, showing up in LA unannounced, sending gifts I rejected, camping outside my dorm. Ryan whined endlessly about the stalker ex, half amused, half jealous. Even Mrs. Chen called, begging me to talk sense into him. He was skipping classes, risking suspension. I was furious. He'd wanted to see the world. Now he was acting like a lovesick puppy. I decided to confront him directly. Ethan knew why I'd come, and his emotions exploded. Lila, why does Ryan get to chase you, but I don't? He's known you 5 minutes. We've known each other years, Star. No one gets you like I do. No one's better for you than me. I laughed bitterly. Ethan, do you really not remember what you did? Be honest. Did you ever take my feelings seriously? You just loved the power trip of me chasing you, thinking I'd never leave. You toyed with me. Hit where it hurt, he unraveled. Yes, I messed up. I was young, addicted to freedom, scared of being tied down. I owe you a real apology, Lila. I'm sorry. His voice softened, pleading, but even as a stranger, I deserve a second chance. Without you, I don't know how to live. Who else will I share my life with? The riverside wind battered my head as I thought long and hard. Since leaving you, I realized something. Mutual affection doesn't require walking on eggshells. I can just be myself asterisk, not cater to someone else's mood. That's when I knew. My teenage crush was just naivety. I outgrew it. Ethan stood stunned, as if struck by lightning. Finally, he whispered, broken, but our promises: college, study abroad, traveling the world. You're throwing all that away. I hesitated, then said gently, you broke those promises first. And I've found someone new to share my dreams with. He choked up, eyes red-rimmed. Stop, Lila. Please. Watching his defeated face, I sighed. This isn't love, Ethan. It's just pride. You need to move on just like I did. I turned away. Ryan waited across the street, holding out his hand. Did the ex finally get the hint? Tell him I'm your official cockroach killer now he's banned. I laughed through tears, glancing back at Ethan, still frozen by the river. Crowds swirled around us, some saying hello, some goodbye. But for Ethan and me, it was over. We drifted apart like rain, never to meet again. The end.